Om. 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 Om Ganana Antva Tva Ganapatim Ganapati Gum Havamahe Ganapatimiti Ganapatim Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Kavinamupamashravastamam Upamashravastamamityupamashravaka tamam Jyeshthārajam brahmanam Jyeshthārajamiti Jyeshtha Rajam Brahmanam Brahmanaha Brahmanaspate Pata Am Anaha Na Shrunvan Utibhi Sida Utibhirityuti Bhihi Sida Sadanam Sadanamiti Sadanam Pranaha No Devi Devi Saraswati Saraswati Vajebhige Vajebhirvajinivati Vajinivati Vajini Vati Dhinamavitri Avitryavatu Avatvetyavatu Om Shanti 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 Nama Avyadhini ebhyo vividhyante bhyastra Nama Avyadhini ebhyo vividhyante bhyascha Namo Nama Ugadabhyastragam Hatebhyascha Namo Namo Gritsebhyo Gritsavatembyascha Namo Namo Vrategebhyo Vratapatembyascha Namo Namo Ganebhyo Ganapatembyascha Namo Namo Virupebhyo Vishwarupebhyascha Namo Namo Mahadbhyaka Kshulakebhyascha Namo Namo Rathebhyo Rathebhyascha Namo Namo Rathegebhyo Rathapatimbyascha Namo Namassenagabhya Senanibhyascha Namo Namaha Kshatrubhyas Sangrahitrubyascha Namo Namastakshbhyo Rathakarebhyascha Namo Namah Kulalebhya Karmaregebhyascha Namo Namah Punjishtebhyo Nishadebhyascha Namo Namah Ishukrudbhyo Dhanvakridbhyascha Namo Namo Mrugayobhyashvanibhyascha Namo Namah Shvabhya Shvapatibhyascha Namaha Om Shanti 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 offering our collective love at the divine lotus feet of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Hari Om, Shalom, Sai Ram, Namaste. We finished the first two aspects of how what are the attributes, if so-called attributes of the divinity, as in omnipresence and omniscience. And now we are looking at the third aspect called omnipotence. And last week we had a good conversation about what is what are all these three things and why is it important that we connect to these aspects. The omnipresence, omniscience, and the third one as omnipotence. What is potency and what is omnipotency? We went through all of the discussion, and now in the context of those two, very simply put, there is the power of your presence, and then there is this power of your awareness, and that awareness first starts with understanding what it is not about, therefore your awareness being confiscated by those that are so-called stealers, and how you get that awareness back. And this is the essence of Ramayana. This is the essence of what Hanuman has done. Yesterday was Hanuma Jayanti, and there are several people that celebrate different days for Hanuma Jayanti. Everything is correct, but what is actually described in the scriptures was yesterday's versus birthday. Some people also celebrate Chaitra Purnami as the Purnami that comes after Sri Ramanavami as his birthday, and some people also celebrate in December. No matter what, let them celebrate. What's wrong? Huh? The point is not about doing Sundarakanda Parayana 15,000 times. It doesn't help. It only helps in the context of perfecting the storytelling. But Sundarakanda is not about Parayana. Sundarakanda, I mentioned to you what it means as even the word Parayana, what it means. What does it mean? Devi Mahatmyam Parayana. Sundarakanda Parayana. Satcharitra Parayana. Huh? What does it mean? Once you once you finish that Parayana, you should be able to connect to the ideals associated with that character of Hanuma. Do you have those ideals of Hanuma? Those ideals of Hanuma, when you look at Sundarakanda, you will actually notice what an incredible genius executor of God's will is. Genius executor of God's will. And in executing that God's will, how he displays the vulnerabilities associated with executing God's will. And sometimes how much concentration, contemplation. Sundarakanda has all these beautiful aspects. That's why it's called Sundarakanda. Every other Kanda in Ramayana is named after Rama's life stage. Balakanda, Ayodhya-kanda, Kishkindha-kanda, Aranya-kanda, Yuddha-kanda, Uttarakanda. All these things are associated with the stage of life of Rama. Only one chapter is not associated with his stage of life, and that is Sundarakanda. The most beautiful in Ramayana. In fact, in Sundarakanda, there is Ramayana that is mentioned at least 3 times. So, therefore, what we are talking about is execution of the will of God in action is omnipotence. And that potency, if you're following, sometimes I may sound like gibberish, huh? Please don't don't just listen to it and accept it. Ask the question, what does it mean? What does it mean? Execution of God's will in perfection, that is omnipotence. Means the potency is infinite because it's coming from the presence which is infinite, the awareness that is infinite. If you have infinite presence and infinite awareness, and that will is what is called Leela, and that will, when it moves, will is moving, thought is moving. For us, thoughts move all the time with our own control. They're constantly moving. Not even 0.1% of our thoughts come into action because they're all useless thoughts, completely useless thoughts. They have no power in presence and awareness. And when there is that power in presence and awareness, and when that moves, every single thought in the presence becomes an action in divine will. That is what is divine will. What we use these words, something happens and you say, oh, it's all divine will. You have no idea what you're talking about. So, this aspect about the omnipresence and omniscience, the movement of that presence and awareness, that is what is really called omnipotence. And that omnipotence is a feminine energy, and therefore this Anuvakam is the only Anuvakam which is referred to in feminine gender across board. So, with that, I'll request my brother Chandrasekhar Ganeshan to chant the Samhita Patha again. All of you, without looking at the book. Those that are expert chanters, huh? No book looking. You have to be able to chant by heart without making mistakes. Then only you understood what the Samhita is, and then only you will be able to connect to this, able to connect to the Kramapatham, because now you will be able to associate each word, and then each word unravels itself, the Shabdam, the sound of each word unravels itself. Okay, da? Okay. You want to try?
Without looking book, Anna?
Yeah, of course. What did I say?
Okay, I'll try, Anna. नम आव्याधिनीभ्यो विविध्यन्तेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गृत्सेभ्यो
Hey, Uganabhyastal.
उघणाभ्यस्त्रिगुंहतीभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गृत्सेभ्यो गृत्सपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो
Ganebhyo.
गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो.
Okay, see now what happens is you are chanting consciously, and your conscious chanting, you as you become aware of your chanting, you stifle because sorry, I'm not just speaking on Chandrasekhar Ganeshan. I do this every Wednesday with people who are practicing Kramapatha. That's why many people don't want to join that Kramapatha practice because it's a torture. It's a torture of your awareness. And then, so what it indicates? Okay, Srinivas Konchada, close your eyes and chant Anuvakam 4. Yes.
ॐ नम आव्याधिनीभ्यो विविध्यन्तेभ्यश्च वो नमो नम उगनाभ्यस्तृगुंहतीभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गृत्सेभ्यो गृत्सपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो महद्भ्यः क्षुल्लकेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथिभ्यो रथेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथेभ्यो रथपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सेनाभ्यः सेनानिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः क्षत्रुभ्यः सङ्ग्रहीतृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमस्तक्षभ्यो रथकारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः कुलालेभ्यः कर्मारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः पुञ्जिष्टेभ्यो निषादेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः इषुकृद्भ्यो धन्वकृद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमो मृगयोभ्यश्वनेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः श्वभ्यश्वपदेभ्यश्च वो नमः.
Very good. Swara, pronunciation, everything good. Couple of places, minor things like visarga, conjunctions, like namah punjishtebhyo. So those, what happens when you chant like that?
Completely present.
Uh, Konchad, when you are chanting like that, were you also present to the meaning of the words, or you are just chanting only the words?
Yes, to some
Hmm.
extent. I wouldn't say
Some.
100%.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay, which are the words you are present to, and which are the words you kind of
Went through.
lose?
Bruce.
Mm, mm,
Um, one thing I can tell you is that, as we start focusing, um, as we try to combine the meaning part of it and the actual thing, as you start um, looking at both aspects, it gets you get that confusion that Brother Chandrasekhar ran into. I mean, like there are. It's a challenge, definitely, to kind of completely um, understand each term as we chant it. It's to me, it's like uh, we have to play a balance between but again, like as somebody like you, when you do it, you probably get into each word, but again, we are still learning, we are still in the process of getting there.
no, I was asking which words you were present to when you were chanting few minutes ago. Which words you were connecting to? Are there any particular words you were connecting to?
I, I mean, like the one word that definitely I can connect to is like Virupebhyo. My son's name is Virupaksh, so I would connect to that.
Okay,
I'm sorry, it's
yeah,
completely,
okay.
but yeah,
Uh,
but uh, and then things like would say if you rathebhyo aratibis there is like aratha. You have to um, somebody who is the a lot of rathas, and then somebody who do not even have the rathas, like he's the pati of those. So those are the things. You know uh, I made a lot of mistakes before understanding the individual words. I was doing something like Ratevyo, Ratapatipyascho. It's actually Aratha. So those are the things which kind of we have to work on in.
hmm, good, very good. So what he's saying is it's very hard. It's very hard to be able to be present to the awareness of these words while chanting, because that complete awareness throws you out of the pattern of chanting. Isn't that actually um, contradictory? See, if you actually look at it, when you are totally present to something, you are able to do it better. But here, what is happening is with this chanting, when you are totally present to something, you are losing track. That means that mechanically your mind is just mechanically tuned in. It doesn't want to stay with the awareness of what you are doing. But in certain cases, so if you are totally aware of this entire Rudram, and when you are mentally completely mindful and aware of the Rudram, the entire Rudram is mentally chanted in less than 2.5 minutes. From Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya all the way to Trayambakam Yajamahe. That is the complete attention to Rudram. Because now, when you are aware, totally aware, you don't even have to be even chanting it, just the awareness. It's like a stream of it's like the river merging in the ocean. That's how you can probably describe that. Now we're coming back to Samhita Patha of the fourth Anuvakam, Avyadhinibhyo Vividhyantibhyaha Uganabhyaha Trimhatibhyaha Uganabhyaha Trimhatibhyaha. The gum comes because of Yajurveda, not because it is not part of the word. It is trigum becomes the gum comes because of Yajurveda rule. That is Trimhatibhyaha, Avyadhinibhyaha, Trimhatibhyaha, Uganabhyaha. Avyadhinibhyaha. This word came also before, no? Avyadhini. Vividhyantibhyascha. Namasahamanaya vivyadhina. Yes. So, what is avyadhini? Avyadhini means those that can strike. Avyadhini. Strike to the root. That the power to strike all around. Uganabhyaha. Gana. Uganabhyaha. These are the forces. Ganabhyaha, Uganabhyaha. U means to eliminate, eradicate. And here it is Hantava U. Where is that coming? U. Hantava U.
Devi
Devi.
Sukta.
Devi
Devi.
Suktam. What is it saying? Aham Rudraya Dhanuratanomi Brahmadvishesharave Hantava U. See now every chanting, you will what is that meaning? Aham Rudraya Dhanuhu Atanomi Brahmaha Dvishe Sharave Hanta Va U. This Aham, this Vagambhrini Rishi is saying this Aham takes the bows and arrows of Rudra and completely destroys everything that is contrary to Brahman consciousness. Aham Rudraya Dhanuratanomi Brahmadvishe Sharave Hantava. My God. Can you imagine? That's what is Devi Mahatyam is all about. That's why I was saying Devi Suktam. If you understand Devi Suktam, the whole quintessence of Devi Mahatyam is all in that particular chant. Ratri Suktam and Devi Suktam. That's why this entire Devi Mahatyam is chanting is sandwiched between two Rigveda Suktas, Ratri Sukta and Devi Sukta. Those are the only Vedic chants that are chanted in the entire Devi Mahatmya Parayanam. So now when you are talking about Rudraya, what is this striking all around? What is this killing of everything that is not associated with Brahman? That is what you have to understand, as this is not violent forces. Ugana means the ganas, the matru ganas. Brahmi, Vaishnavi, Varahi, Maheshwari, Chamunda, Shivaduti, all these Matruganas. These Matruganas, U Ganabhyaha. These are the ones that eliminate everything. Trimhatibhyaha. Trimhatibhyaha means the three that eradicate everything. The three that eradicate everything can be interpreted as two things: eradication of the three or eradication by the three. What are the eradication of the three? Three puras, three puras, three states, three pura. What are the three that eradicates the three? Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati. Okay. I don't know about all of you. Sometimes it's very hard to even talk because this connection that is happening. Somebody was writing an email saying incredible, all of that. I said, no, no, it's nothing to do with an individual. It is this collective awareness of the satsang. That is what is important. That's why I don't want people to be in black boxes and not be present to the satsang. That means you are doing something else and this becomes a secondary piece. And complete attention is there together, like in a study circle. Like this is a study circle. It's not a class. Nobody is teaching anybody else. The teaching is happening between the interface of everyone looking at collectively the same thing. That's why it is so powerful. So what we are looking at, you always see me use this word look at, not listen to. You are looking at, and then how you look at something. You know something, you retain something, and you are completely aware of it. Vidmahe dhimahi prachodayat. That's what those words actually mean. Vidmahe dhimahi prachodayat. And they also call it Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasa. Just listening doesn't mean any damn thing. You listen to so many things, but you retain only those that matter to you because you are all about matter and the mind. We listen and retain things only that matter to us because there is some material benefit associated with them. That's why it matters to you. Material. If it is not about money, you didn't pay any damn attention in America. That is all it matters. So you retain things only that matter to you. Nididhyasa means it will never let you go off it. You are in the total awareness of it. And what is the total awareness? If you want to call the total awareness or presence, they're both one and the same. Different words used. Presence and awareness are the same thing, but different words used. And that is what is called Brahman. Everything that is not associated with that Brahman will be, has to be destroyed because they don't really exist. They are what is called as very simply projections. And those projections are temporary. They don't exist anymore. That's what it means. Uganabhyaha तृम्हतिभ्यः गृत्सेभ्यः गृत्सपतिभ्यः व्रातेभ्यः व्रातपतिभ्यः गणेभ्यः गणपतिभ्यः विरूपे. Now you see, I am not chanting. I am only saying the words without my mind attached to this process. So this is padapatha. Now I am doing padapatha. Every word is being uttered. व्रातेभ्यः व्रातपतिभ्यः गणेभ्यः गणपतिभ्यः विरूपेभ्यः विश्वरूपेभ्यः महद्भ्यः क्षुल्लकेभ्यः. Now do this exercise. Sairam, do this exercise. Then you will every word will be retained. Every word will be retained. Okay. So with that, we went through the first, this fourth Anuvakam is about omnipotence, and bhyaha means plural number, and everything in this Anuvakam is about action oriented. Action oriented. Yeah. I'll take Prabhakar, I'll answer your question at the end, okay? Because it's an important question. So, that omnipotence, how it is expressed in manifold ways, and in the expression of that action, you will see, you will be able to connect to all the different actions. Okay, let's now go into the um, chanting. Chandrasekhar, please project the, yes, and then you can chant. For this Anuvakam, the Rishi is Durvasa, Chandas is Mahavirat, Shambhu is Devata. Now this latest file, you will see, if you scroll up, you will see the Devata and Rishi for all the mantras in the first Anuvakam. Also I have put who are the, if you scroll back all the way up, yeah, and then in this file you also have a table of contents, right? Yeah, if you go, yeah, there is table of contents, and then you can click on one and it will, go into one. Yep. Now you see 15 different mantras, who are the Rishi, the Chandas, and the Devatas. Each one of them, because it's hard to put after each. That's why I condensed it on the top. Now, if you scroll up to the table of contents, yeah, there is a Telugu version that is under a review, that is going to, and Devanagari is complete, right, Sairama? We already, is Devanagari review
This
complete?
review still in progress, Anna.
Yeah, Devanagari and Telugu reviews are in progress. Now, click
But I
on them.
have uploaded both the versions in the same Google Drive.
Yeah, so the Telugu also is there. Yes. Now, if you go to click on 4,
Oh, sorry.
how much more convenience you want? It's all given. This is omnipotence. Not one person working on it. It's not one person working on it. At some point, it becomes obsession for a few people. Huh? It's called obsession. Nididhyasanam is obsession. Nama avyadhinibhyaha. Avyadhinibhyo vividhyantibhyaha. Avyadhinibhya iti avyadhinibhyaha. So avyadhini. So this is now understanding the words. Avyadhinibhyaha has two words in it. A vyadhinibhyaha. Vividhyantibhyaha has two words. Vi vidhyantibhyaha. Okay, let's go through chanting. Okay, Chandrasekhar, you can chant now.
Yes, Anna, sure.
नम आव्याधिनीभ्यः
ॐ नम आव्याधिनीभ्यः ॐ नम आव्याधिनीभ्यः
आव्याधिनीभ्यो विविध्यन्तिभ्यः
आव्याधिनीभ्यो विविध्यन्ति sorry आव्याधिनीभ्यो विविध्यन्तिभ्यः आव्याधिनीभ्यो विविध्यन्तिभ्यः
आव्याधिनीभ्य इत्याग व्याधिनीभ्यः
आव्याधिनीभ्य व्याधिनीभ्यः आव्याधिनीभ्य व्याधिनीभ्यः
विविध्यन्तेभ्य सारी विविध्यन्तेभ्यश्च
विविध्यन्तेभ्यश्च विविध्यन्तेभ्यश्च
विविध्यन्तेभ्य इति विविध्यन्तेभ्यः
विविध्यन्तेभ्य इति विविध्यन्तेभ्यः विविध्यन्तेभ्य इति विविध्यन्तेभ्यः
च वः वो नमः नमो नमः
च वः वो नमः नमो नमः च वः वो नमः नमो नमः.
That is the first yajus in this Anuvakam. So, Vividhyantibhya, we already covered the meaning of this yajus. Also, the next one we covered, Uganabhyaha, Uganabhyaha, Trimhatibhyaha, that is the second yajus. Nama Uganabhyaha,
नम उगणाभ्यः नम उगणाभ्यः
Uganabhyastragam, okay, Uganabhyastragam hatibhyaga,
उगणाभ्यस्तृगुं हतिभ्यः उगणाभ्यस्तृगुं हतिभ्यः
Tragam hatibhyascha,
तृगुं हतिभ्यश्च तृगुं हतिभ्यश्च
Chavaha Vo Namaha Namo Namaha
च वः वो नमः नमो नमः च वः वो नमः नमो नमः.
So that Namo Namaha, the N should not have, the second Namaha should not have any emphasis whatsoever, right? Namo Namo Namaha. You see how I'm saying na? Not Namo Namaha. Namo Namaha. Even it's little emphasis should not be any like many Telugu people do. Namo Namaha. Namo Namaha is incorrect. It is a negation of salutation. Okay. So people won't understand those intricacies. So Namo Namaha. You should not put any emphasis. Vuganabhyaha. We already went through the meaning of that. Trimhatibhyaha. We went through the meaning of that. Now we go through the third yajus. Grutsebhyaha. Tsa. It has to be tsa. Kritsnavitaya dhavate. Not Kritsnavitaya dhavate. Tsa. Grutsebhyaha. That is second tha. Tatha. So it is gr, gr, gr. It is not guru, gr, gritsebhyaha. Gritsapatibhyaha. Gritsebhya means different two different levels of meanings are there for the word gritsebhya. What it means is those that are running after sense pleasures and their leaders. And sorry to say it this way, that's called the Republican Party of America. If you are a Republican, don't feel bad. And if you are a Trump supporter, please feel bad. This is nothing, there is nothing else but the sense of selfishness. Gritsebhya. And how can God be the Gritsapati bhi? Gritsapati. Huh? Gritsebhya Gritsapati. The entire entourage of Shumbha and Nishumbha, they are Gritsapatis, and then all the rest of them that follow them, Dhumralochana, all the other seven of them, they are Gritsebhyaha, Gritsapatibhyaha, Vratebhyaha, Vratapatibhyaha. So the the inner meaning of that also is what we are talking about is those uh, that fight against this I and mine are the Uganaha, those are the Saptamatrukas. And those that are guiding them, Trimhatibhyaha, Mahakali, Mahadurga, Mahalakshmi, those are now, I'm giving the meaning that is also the inner meaning associated with those. What is written in the outer meaning point of view and the inner meaning point of view. If you were to look at this outer meaning, generally speaking, it is associated with this thing called bhakti, either tamasika bhakti or rajasika bhakti. All this stuff about if you don't do this, you will go to hell is tamasika bhakti. It is also bhakti, but the motive there is different. But with higher awareness, you look at this, then those gritsebhyaha means those that live a life towards higher awareness and those that lead to fight the sensual lower forces. Gritsebhyaha, gritsapatibhyaha. So that means what? This, what we are talking about, pleasures, are driven by senses, and that pleasures fighting against that tendency towards indulgence in pleasures. And then there is this groups or communities that do not follow any rules or regulations, law and order. and their chiefs. Ayyo, that is Vratebhyaha, Vratapatibhyaha. That is what this country has become. 50% at least. Vratebhyaha, Vratapatibhyaha. So now the third Yajus is talking about individual level, and the fourth Yajus is now a mass of people that are in the same category. TGIF gang. Thank God it's Friday, and therefore they find a reason to party. And then they'll also party on Saturday, and Sunday they party more because the next day is Monday. So Gritsebhyaha, Gritsapatibhyaha, Vratebhyaha, Vratapatibhyaha. Now individual is Gritsebhyaha. The same unconsciousness repeated at more higher level. Now you see what you do with WhatsApp groups, Facebook, and all this stuff. Now you flock towards the same feather. Birds of the same feather flock together. There is a idiom. Birds of the same feather flock together. And that is Vratebhyaha. And for them, there has to be some leader of destruction without obeying rules and regulations. The one who calls to assemble and go destroy something. Vratapatibhyaha. What? It's very sad. Huh? Very sad. And now those that look at all this and just simply keep quiet. That's the another category. That is also unconsciousness. Association, even by company, is unconsciousness. And for that, Bhishma had to do the penance of staying on a bed of arrows to completely repent for that association of him with unconsciousness. These are incredible things that we need to understand. Therefore, Swami says very beautiful quote, Tyaja Durjana Sangatyam Bhaja Sadhu Samagamam Smara Kuru Punyamahoratram Smara Nityamanityatmam. Beautiful, four beautiful words. This is a Swami's often quoted this. Tyaja Durjana Sangatyam. Immediately leave that bad company, run away. Tyaja Durjana Sangatyam. Bhaja Sadhu Samagama. Join the company of those that are sattvic in nature. Kuru Punyam Ahoratram. Day and night do meritorious deeds. And while doing that, Smara Nityam Anityat. Remember what is real and unreal. So simply not do an action, even if it is good, keep on doing it like that. Like that becomes another kind of addiction. But while doing that, are you actually consciously putting an effort to discriminate the real from unreal? So, Gritsebhyo, Gritsapatibhyaha, Vratebhyo, Vratapatibhyaha, Ganebhyo, Ganapatibhyaha. Now, Ganas means those that follow. Ganas actually means in mythological context the Pramatha Ganas. This celestial attendants, Nandi, Bhringi, Chandi, all these, and their chiefs. But Gana means those that abide rules and regulations and follow the master of the rules and regulations. Now you see how beautifully it is describing the structure of the masses of the people around whom we exist. Gritsebhya means those that are completely unconscious, tamasic, indulged in pleasures. Vratebhya means those that still don't follow rules and regulations, but they are selfish pursuits, selfish pursuit, become great at the extent of anything. Make America great again. Stupidity. I'm sorry, I'm not talking politics here, but that is the awareness in which we are in. Just look around. Be aware, be alert. No rules and regulations for pursuit of any selfishness. But then those that are actually Ganebhyaha Ganapatibhyaha, they follow rules and regulations and they are 100% aligned with some kind of purpose. Whether it is right or wrong, they will just follow that purpose. And those are called religious leaders, cults. They are also highly disciplined, but they are still driven by some. I don't, I mean, I'm not trying to be judgmental of other. I'm just painting the picture. So-called jihadis, they lead a very purposeful life. 5 times nawaz and all the kind of stuff. Follow all the rules and regulations associated with the religion. 100% more devoted to that, but still associated with destructive nature. Ganebhyo Ganapatibhya. Now, when we are look at these mantras, they think this Ganapati is Ganapati associated with the Ganapati, and nothing to do with that. This context is different. Virupebhyaha, Vishwarupebhyaha, Virupebhyaha, Virupebhyaha, in many different forms, and the universal. Mahadbhyaha, Kshullakebhyaha, Mahadbhyaha. Mahat means magnanimous, great. So, what we are talking about, when you look at the meaning of it in a different way, from a outside point of view and from an inside point of view, those that perceive the universe as diversity is Virupebhyaha, and those that only see unity in diversity is Vishwarupebhyaha. Those that recognize divine as the smaller in the smallest in the smallest and greatest in the greatest, Mahadbhyaha, Kshullakebhyaha, and Rathibhyaha, or Rathebhyaha. Rathi, not Rati. Please, you missed the Mahaprana, you changed the meaning. Ratibhyaha means lovers. Arathibhyaha means non-lovers. But that's not what the meaning here is. It is not Rati, it is Rathi, Tha, Dasharatha, Dasharatha. If you say Dasharatha, means the one who makes love 10 different ways. Dasharatha means the chariot pulled by the 10. Dasharatha. It is Rathi or Rathebhyaha. Those are the first 8 yajus that have one theme associated. And all the theme that associated is plural. You are seeing categories of people. categories of people with categories of actions. And in all those, uh, you see the omnipotence. Just like what we did with omniscience. Very beautiful. Huh? Until you came with Ishumadbhyo Dhanva Vibhyaschavo Namo. Until that, what you are talking about, all the lower aspects of awareness. And then comes the power of execution. Here also, you are seeing all different categories of people. That categorization is called jati, sajatiya, vijatiya. Jati means categorization. One genus, species, etc. Systematization. And those are the systematization of actions. What is this systematization of actions? Generally speaking, actions can be systematized truly into broadly 99.99999% of actions can be categorized into three categories: pleasure, pursuit, purpose. Three P's. Am I boring you all with all this? This is awareness now. Pleasure, pursuit, purpose. Those are the three categories. Those are the three means, three means for end. And now, most of the time, I refrain myself from using Sanskritam words and Vedantic terminology because you might have heard it someplace, and therefore your mind will immediately bind. That rhymes. Your mind will bind to that word and you lost awareness of it. Just like what we do in regular routine life. So that is what is called pleasure is kama, pursuit is artha, purpose is dharma. Those are dharma, artha, kama. Three categories of actions. Are you all with me? Hello? So let's now, what's the time? Oh, 2 minutes. Let's finish this. Om. We finished Vaganabhya, right? Now Gritsebhya.
Yes.
Namo Gritsebhya.
Namo Gritsebhyah. Namo Gritsebhyah.
Gritsebhyo Gritsapatebhya.
Gritsebhyo sorry. Gritsebhyo Gritsapatibhyah. Gritsebhyo Gritsapatibhyah.
You are saying tsa. I am saying tsa. Tsa. Mahaprana.
Ts.
Gritsebhyo Gritsapatebhya. Are you hearing the Mahaprana when I am saying tsa?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gritsebhyo Gritsapatibhyah.
correct.
Gritsebhyo Gritsapatibhyah.
Gritsapatebhyascha.
Gritsapatibhyascha. Gritsapatibhyascha.
Tsa varla. Grit, Gritsapatebhyascha.
Gritsapatibhyascha. Gritsapatibhyascha.
Gritsapatebhya iti Gritsapatebhya.
Sorry. Gritsa Gritsapatibhya iti Gritsapatibhya. गृत्सपतिभ्यः गृत्सपतिभ्य इति गृत्सपतिभ्यः
चवः वो नमः नमो नमः
चवः वो नमः नमो नमः चवः वो नमः नमो नमः
नमो व्रातेभ्यः
नमो व्रातेभ्यः नमो व्रातेभ्यः
व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्य
व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्यः
भ्यः व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्यः
व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्यः व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्यः
व्रातपतिभ्यश्च
व्रातपतिभ्यश्च व्रातपतिभ्यश्च
व्रातपतिभ्य इति व्रातपतिभ्यः
व्रातपतिभ्य इति व्रातपतिभ्यः व्रातपतिभ्य इति व्रातपतिभ्यः
चवः वो नमः नमो नमः
चवः वो नमः नमो नमः चवः वो नमः नमो नमः
नमो गणेभ्यः
नमो गणेभ्यः नमो गणेभ्यः
गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यः
गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यः गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यः
गणपतिभ्यश्च
गणपतिभ्यश्च गणपतिभ्यश्च
गणपतिभ्य इति गणपतिभ्यः
गणपतिभ्य इति गणपतिभ्यः गणपतिभ्य इति गणपतिभ्यः
चवः वो नमः नमो नमः
चवः वो नमः नमो नमः
There's no, don't give gap after namo namaha, no gap because there is no vowel.
Yeah. चवः वो नमः नमो नमः
नमो विरूपेभ्यः
नमो विरूपेभ्यः नमो विरूपेभ्यः
विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यः
विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यः विरूपेभ्यो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यः
विरूपेभ्य इति विरूपे रूपे ఒక్క నిమిషం विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यः विरूपेभ्य इति विरूपेभ्यः
विरूपेभ्य इति विरूपेभ्यः.
So the pay also should have the anudatam
Anudat.
irukkange.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is there,
it is there, but
but it is
I'll
not
correct that.
showing in the. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
विरूपेभ्य इति विरूपेभ्यः
विरूपेभ्य इति विरूपेभ्यः.
रूपेभ्यः रूपेभ्यः is विरूपेभ्य इति विरूपेभ्यः रूपेभ्यः is one way to chant, but because it's consecutive I'm using the, you can also chant विरूपेभ्य इति विरूपेभ्यः
विरूपेभ्य इति विरूपेभ्यः.
Rupe
विरू
bhya bhya is where I'm giving the lower virupe bhya iti virupebhyah.
रूपेभ्यः.
Ah, right, exactly.
विरूपेभ्य इति
Iti is
विरूपेभ्यः.
look
इति.
at the iti
Yeah, it's
iti.
Anudatam. इति
Virupebhyah iti vi. Ah, correct. Okay, please go ahead.
विरूपेभ्य इति
Uh-huh.
विरूपेभ्यः.
No, rupebhyah, rupebhyah. I'm giving the bhya as the lowest note, right? Not the like we are chanting bhya, bhyaha, rupebhyah.
रूपेभ्यः.
Yeah, first time I might have chanted incorrectly, so sorry about that. So it should be rupebhyah.
रूपेभ्यः.
Okay, now virupebhyah.
विरूपेभ्य इति विरूपेभ्यः.
Right. विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च
विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च. विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च.
विश्वरूपेभ्य इति विश्वरूपेभ्यः
विश्वरूपेभ्य इति विश्वरूपेभ्यः. विश्वरूपेभ्य इति विश्वरूपेभ्यः.
च वः वो नमः नमो नमः
च वः वो नमः नमो नमः. च वः वो नमः नमो नमः.
नमो महद्भ्यः
नमो महद्भ्यः. नमो महद्भ्यः.
महद्भ्यः क्षुल्लकेभ्यः
महद्भ्यः क्षुल्लकेभ्यः. महद्भ्यः क्षुल्लकेभ्यः.
महद्भ्य इति महद्भ्यः
महद्भ्य इति
one
महद्भ्यः.
more time.
महद्भ्य. Sorry.
Bhya is down.
Yeah. मह महद्भ्य.
महद्भ्य
Mahadbhya.
uh,
Mahadbhya iti.
Mahadbhya.
Mahadbhya.
uh,
Mahadbhya iti.
Mahat,
Mahadbhyah.
Mahat.
Mahadbhya iti. Mahadbhyah.
Yeah, see now what happens in English is D, B, H, Y, A. They have to use four letters to convey one syllable, and that one syllable is dbhyaha, bhyaha, bhyaha. If you look at in Devanagari and in Sanskrit, I mean Devanagari and in Telugu or in Indian scripts, the, bha, ya, all of them will be in one syllable. Okay, and you conserve space, and it is one place. English problem. English disintegrates the syllable, Sanskritam integrates the sound. So now when you're looking at and when you're reading from IAST, you are trying to figure out where is the swara. Is it on D or is it on BH or on YA? So that's where the confusion comes. So Mahadbhya, 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 Bhya. See, now I'm saying that one syllable. Mahadbhya iti Mahat Bhya.
Mahadbhya iti. Mahadbhyah. Mahadbhya iti. Mahadbhyah.
क्षुल्लकेभ्यश्च
Kshulakebhyascha. Kshulakebhyascha.
so in practice that green rectangles that we are putting there should not be on just bha on the bh. It should be actually on the entire syllable, because see, क्षुल्लकेभ्य bhya, so bhya is one syllable. But because the confusion is you are separating one consonant, which is part of a compounded consonant, bhya. So we chose to put the emphasis only on the first consonant, but actually not the entire syllable. The whole syllable has to be held. Like, bhyascha. See how I am chanting? Yeah, right. Okay.
Kshulakebhyascha. Kshulakebhyascha.
चवः वो नमः नमो नमः
Chavaha Vo Namaha Namo Namaha Chavaha Vo Namaha Namo Namaha
नमो रथिभ्यः
Namo Rathibhyaha
रथिभ्यः
Namo Rathibhyaha Namo Rathibhyaha
रथिभ्यो रथेभ्यः
Rathibhyo Rathebhyaha Rathibhyo Rathebhyaha
रथेभ्य इति रथिभ्यः
Rathibhya iti Rathibhyaha Rathibhya iti Rathibhyaha
अरथेभ्यश्च
Arathebhyascha Arathebhyascha
अथ
See,
अरथेभ्यश्च
Arathebhyascha, Arathebhyascha,
च वः वो नमः नमो नमः
Chavaha, Wo Namaha, Namo Namaha, Chavaha, Wo Namaha, Namo Namaha.
Okay, so in this we still have to we'll continue next week into the second suktam of this Anuvakam, which starts with the Rathebhyaha Rathapatibhyaha. Okay, so there is the okay. You can chant Yadakshara Padabhrashta.
ॐ यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं तु यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देव नारायण नमोऽस्तु ते विसर्गबिन्दुमात्राणि पदपादाक्षराणि च न्यूनानि चातिरिक्तानि क्षमस्व साईश्वर अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष साईश्वर सॉरी अपराधसहस्राणि क्रियन्ते हर्निशं मया दासोऽयमिति मां मत्वा क्षमस्व साईश्वर अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष साईश्वर हरिः ओम् तत्सत्श्री साईश्वरार्पणमस्तु स्वस्तिः प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः
Okay, let's see if there are any questions. Is there anything? What's the question, Prabhakara? Is there anything that is not Brahman? Not, but sorry, what's the question? Yeah.
Yadama. So, in the context of destroying the anything non-Brahman,
Ah, yeah.
so the Brahman permeates everywhere, everything. So everything is Brahman. So what is non-Brahman?
What is non-Brahman? Very simply put, what you see as projected is non-Brahman.
Hmm.
Whatever you know as an object is non-Brahman. Means whatever you simply perceive as something different from you is non-Brahman. Means whatever you are associated with the name, form, and function and treat it differently from yourself is non-Brahman.
Hmm.
Are you connecting now? Is
So
that
if I
it?
say, if
Because truly speaking, everything that you see, generally speaking, in the relative world, you see it different from you.
hmm.
So what is it is not different from you, but you see it as different from you.
So the unawareness is what that is destroyed.
Yeah, whatever you may want to call it, not unawareness or lack of awareness,
Of awareness.
or what is called as, again, I don't want to use the Sanskritam word. The moment I say avidya, then what you will immediately, oh, avidya, avidya.
I
Now
understand.
your mind is now going into some Sanskritam terminology,
Yeah.
not really focusing on what it should. Now the moment you bring it down to your own awareness in the words and in the language that you truly can relate to and understand, that is what is actually called mananam. What you do as Shravanam is some Guruji is giving some lecture and Pravachana Karta, you are addicted to this terminology and neither he understands what he is saying nor do you do. Therefore, it becomes Vedantam or what is called Pravachanam. But truly speaking, that language is another escape mechanism from this reality. And it keeps telling you that you already know something and you don't really actually know it. Now, the question that you asked, what is it that you're saying? So, yeah, in concept, everything is Brahman. But is that so in percept? So, what needs to be destroyed?
The perception.
Ah, perception has to be.
Destroyed.
Perception of what?
Perception of something that is different from you.
Ah, what is you then?
Brahman.
Okay. So, the question is, what needs to be destroyed?
The perception that, everything is different. Some
Ah, concept is Siddhantam. Percept is Drushtantam. Now I am using a Sanskrit language. Every time the conscious effort is, I am hearing these words. What do this really mean to me? I am hearing these words. Am I only a Pandit? Panditya is different from
from
living it. Everybody says that everything is Brahman, all are Brahman, everything. That is what? Concept. So, what is it the mother is destroying?
the perception
Okay. The perception of what?
that the creation is other than you.
Yeah, even more deeper. Now I'm now talking Devi Mahatyam. That's why you should. Devi Mahatyam is such in. It's an incredible practical example. So if you actually look in Devi Mahatyam, what is happening is these two guys, Chanda and Munda, are reporting to the Shumba and Nishumba, hey, you have everything that is in the world that belongs to you, the greatest of the horse, the greatest of the monies, the greatest of this, the greatest of that. One thing you are missing is the greatest of all womankind, and that also should belong to you. So, what is this mind saying?
Mm.
Go get this, go get that, go get this, go get that, go after this, go after that, and everything accumulate, make a home, a house where the mouse lives. And then what is happening? What needs to be destroyed? First, the mine has to be destroyed. This belongs to me has to be destroyed. Systematically, it has to be destroyed. That is actually the easier one to destroy. So much as we say, talk about. The perception that something belongs to you has to be destroyed. In truth and reality, nothing belongs to you. Therefore, you say, idam namama, namaha, chavaha. Not only that, chavaha, namo namaha. Yeah, what is this we are talking about? Chavaha, that also. Chavaha, that also. That's what it means. Chavaha, vo namaha. Chavaha, that also. Vo namaha. That
Not
doesn't belong to you. Namo namaha. Even that namo doesn't belong to you. that which doesn't belong to you. What is it that doesn't belong to you? What doesn't belong to you is this attachment to this body. Not only that, O Namaha, that also. What is that? What is this? Idi Adi. Idi Adi in Telugu. Idi means this, Adi means that. Idi నీది కాదు, అది నీది కాదు, ఇది అది ఏది నీది కాదు. You see how beautiful the language expression becomes? ఓకే, ఎనఫ్ ఇవాళకి. ఇప్పుడు ఏది నీది కాదంటే వెళ్ళి ఇప్పుడు అంట్లు తోమాలి. అది నాది కాదు అంటే ఓకే, సాయిరామ్. ఎనఫ్ ఆఫ్ తెలుగు ఫన్. ఓకే, సో అన్న వై is kshullakebhyah. Oh, is not split. Oh, kshullakebhyah is not uh, mahat bhyah is split. Why kshullakebhyah is not? So kshullaka is actually one word. Mahat bhyah is two words. Uh, Shullaka is one word. It is not two words. Mahat bhyaha is two words. That is the simple answer to that. But in this now you ask these questions and the other people are wondering, how come I don't get these questions? And now if you ask the question, and I have to also myself understand what this mahadbhyaha, what is this kshullakebhyaha, what those actually mean in what is called sutras. For each of these words, there is even a much more deeper level of awareness. What it actually means, mahadbhyaha means whoever is able to completely conceive the synchronous presence of the entire universe within themselves and are able to relate to the entire universe within themselves and become aware of the whole universe within themselves. So much so that even Ishvara is surprised about their total synchronousness with the universe. That is Mahat. That is what's called Mahat. Mahat Bhyaha means those. What is a Chullakebhyaha? Krodhaitva, Lolayitva. Now I might not, as much I am saying the Sanskritam words so that you are connecting to that understanding of that word. Krodhaitva, Lolayitva, Kathanam Kritva, Vartamanebhyaha. क्रोधयित्वा लोलयित्वा कथनं कृत्वा वर्तमानेभ्यः. These are called kshullakebhyah. Kshullaka. It's not two words, it's one word. Means those that are constantly engaged in this story. Kathanam kritva. In this story about only their own indulgence. About me, how you how your mind tells you the stories all the time. Your mind is telling you story. What is that story that the mind is telling? Very simple. You are separate from everything. You are separate. Look at that person, how he discriminates you. Look at that individual. He smiled at you, but truly he's not smiling at you. He's ridiculing you. Look at this person, how he judges you. Look at yourself, how poor you are compared to everybody else. See how the story it is telling? All the time it is creating a story to separate yourself from everything else. And that is what is called chullakas. Those are chullakas. Those that are completely integrating themselves. I am that, I am that, I am that, and expanding so much so that they are becoming Virat Swarupa. So much so that even the Ishvara who controls the whole universe looks at those people and say, oh my God, they are, the whole universe is in them. The whole universe is in you. Prithvi, Prithvi Shant, that Prithvi Shanta, Antarikshagam Shanta, Jau Shanta, Disha Shanta, Avantar Disha Shanta, Agni, Vayu, Surya, Chandra, Ashwa, Go, everything. Huh? Shanti means concordance, integration. Shanti means integration. Ashanti means disintegration. Shanti means peace. Ashanti is pieces. Mahadbhyaha is that. Shullakebhyaha, pieces. Good question. Uh, when
Thank you.
uh, we have Maharudram, yes, we have Maharudram, June 8th. Please, Bay Area, wake up. Everybody come together. And then rest of you also, Kunchada, you're all the people in New York, New Jersey. Please go to Sarvadharma Kendra, do the Abhishekam there. After that, start service activities.
Sure.
Jai Sai Ram. And then Chandrasekhara, what's the question?
Sorry if this is a repeat question. By Namo Namaha, whom are we actually saluting, or because it's a bit confusing that saluting to the one who takes the awareness away. Uh, how do we understand that Namo Namaha?
Yeah, who is separating?
These so-called stealers are taking away the
So the question
I
is,
am.
who is the Namaha for, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. The Namaha is for Manaha.
Beautiful. Okay.
Namaha, Manaha. Most of the life is about Manaha. And whenever you say Manaha, you keep saying Namaha. Whenever the mind is saying Manavallu, Manaha. Whenever you say Manaha, Manavallu, Madi Tenale, Midi Tenale, business, then you say Namaha. No, I don't belong to that. I am not just that. I am not just that. Because all of that is actually projection. Now this is deeper. Now you are all saying, what is it you're talking about? All of this is projection? Yes, it is. It's 100% projection. Last week study circle, we had that beautiful conversation uh, in the study circle. The brother asked a beautiful question. I open the eyes, I am seeing you there. How can you say that you are not real? No, no, no. You are completely missing the. Where are you seeing me? Hey, Chandrasekhara, where are you seeing me right now? Where are you seeing me?
Via the Zoom.
No, where are you? But where are you seeing me? Where?
On a screen.
Where are you? Okay, keep going now. Now you are keep going even more. Where are you seeing me?
In my mind.
In my mind, yeah.
Ah, so where is the experience of me?
In the mind.
Yeah. So who am I in the context of you seeing
Just an object.
an experience?
Yes.
So, what is the actual aspect about that experience? The experience is nothing but the knowledge. So, what is the only thing that is present then? Your own awareness. I can be present here for all those people in the black boxes. I can be present here, but I am not present for them. Huh? You can be in this class and doing something else. That means you're not in awareness. So, what is the Chakshurno Devas Savita Chakshurna Uta Parvataha Chakshurdata Dadhatunaha. This is the Surya Upanishad. What is seeing? That seeing is truly speaking an experience within yourself that starts first with the mind, but then even that feeling of seeing which is in the mind is in the context of an awareness that is behind it. And truly, what is always present is only that awareness, and everything else is simply a perception of projection of that awareness. So what you're saying, Namaha, it's not, it's only a reflection. It's not me. I am awareness, not reflection. Manaha is reflection. Namaha, I am not the reflection. Okay. Now that is the what Namaha, what we think, salutation. Salutation means that is external objectification, that is dualistic. Namaha, idan namama, this doesn't belong to me. When you do yajna, yaga, all of those things, at the end of the day, idan namama, this is not me, this is not mine, it doesn't belong to me because I am not the object associated with it. This is supreme, this is what Rudram awareness is. Yeah, Chumma chanting Rudram is one very fundamental level. Okay. Sai Ram, I believe, yeah, Maharudram. Okay, any no other question? Good.
Anna, although I had, when you started off by, when we were chanting, you said that we have to chant with awareness. So I was just discussing offline with Ganeshan that my mind can go very fast, suppose even to any places or moon or anywhere. But why doesn't it, while we are chanting, why doesn't the mind go so fast that we can, with each word, be associated with the meaning? Because the chanting goes so fast, by the time we finish realizing the meaning of one word, the second word doesn't, the meaning doesn't come so fast.
Yeah. So you are associating awareness with the time and the distance of traveling of that word in your mind.
Right, right,
That is that is not awareness. That's what's called understanding. You are trying to stand, but this
but
words are
under,
running. Words are running. तिष्ठद्भ्यो दावद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सभाभ्यस् तिष्ठद्भ्यः दावद्भ्यः. That is not what. So what you have associated in that context is your mind trying to catch something while it is happening in time and space. So it is still your mind at work. That is mindfulness. Means what? Your mind doesn't have the concentration span to catch everything that is happening in the context of speed. That's why I used the analogy of Pete Sampras conversation about Boris Becker.
that day, right,
Yeah. So what happened in that context? You are on the other side of Boris Becker, you won't even see the ball. But if you are Pete Sampras, you will see every ball. coming slowly at you. So we may be chanting नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो महद्भ्यः क्षुल्लके. For the one who has practiced looking at these words, understanding these words, every time, even before the word comes, the awareness is coming. Even before the word comes, the awareness is coming. But that requires an incredible amount of contemplation, mananam, nididhyasanam. If you only are chanting Rudram, and most of the people want it to be finished by 33 minutes, even for that they are complaining. Too long. Uh, that's why I was saying the whole Rudram is happening in 2.5, 3 minutes. Whole Rudram happens in 2.5, 3 minutes. Entire Rudram. How that happens? Because there is no chanting, there is awareness in which these objects are showing up. It's like a slow motion movie. For some people, the movie is running very, 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 very fast. It's like 2.5, 3 times the speed. For some people, it is in slow motion. And how it happens in slow motion? This is experiments done by neuroscientists. Like I was talking about the reptile mind. Was I talking about that here? The reptile brain, the mammalian brain, and the neocortical brain. Maybe that was in study circle. Was we talking about study circle, Sitama? I don't remember where I was talking.
You
But
did talk, you did mention here.
yeah, so for those people who are in total self-awareness, this life is playing in very slow motion. For those that are not even mindful, it's running. Boom, 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 boom. It is running. You are running from one place to another place. You are running, running, running. Thought is running you. You are not running the thought. Understand the difference now?
Yes,
Yeah. Okay. Sairam.
thank you.
जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की
Jai
जय.